Welcome to the final video of set review for Reprint Booster 1. This video encompasses the remaining cards, and to be fair, two of them right off the bat feel really cheap. Reprints for Promo 8 Agumon and Promo 9 Greymon make their way into the main set, with new numbers but extra text that denotes that they count towards the maximum 4 copies. The Agumon is good in that it helps newer players who want to play Greymon more accessible. But do keep in mind, 2 months after RB1's release, BT14 Agumon will be the next card to use. As for Greymon, it's not played as prevalently anymore, but it might come back if we get another set that supports the Bond of Bravery archetype. Numemon returns as a black-yellow Digimon with an on-deletion effect that reveals the top 3 cards of the deck and adds 1 card with Munzemon in its name and 1 card with Numemon in its name before bottom decking the rest. Its inheritable gives this Digimon blocker if it has Munzemon or Numemon in name. While there are a few targets, more support does not show up until BT14. Munzemon is another neat Digimon that makes an appearance, its first one in the yellow category. For a Digivolution cost of 4 from any generic level 4 yellow Digimon, or 3 from a Digimon whose name contains Numemon. Garurumon also counts as one of these Digimon. On play by placing 1 Digimon with Numemon in its name from your trash, under this Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card, gain 2 memory. For an on-play cost of 5, you could potentially set up a blocker in conjunction with RB1 Numemon. Its other effect is on play, and when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP, and security attack minus 1 until the end of your opponent's turn. Overall, it's standard at this point for yellow cards. Its inheritable though gives this Digimon above it plus 1 security attack if the Digimon has Munzemon or Numemon in its name. Which for the boss monster is Shin Munzemon. This is the only level 6 target that is currently available for the deck, should you try to go this route. Platinum Numemon does not make its appearance until BT14. Shin Munzemon has a Digivolution cost of 5, or 4 from a Digimon with Munzemon or Numemon in its name. Again, the only secondary level 5 you could use would be King Numemon from BT14. When Digivolving, place all level 3 Digimon face down at the top of their owner's security, yours and your opponent's. Then all of your opponent's level 4 or higher Digimon get minus 3000 DP, and security attack minus 1 until the end of your opponent's turn. When attacking, by trashing 1 Digimon with Numemon in its name from the sources, place one of your opponent's Digimon face down at the bottom of their security. Hilariously, because this Digimon digivolves from Munzemon for 4, you could in theory splash this into a blue base deck that utilizes Munzemon. However, you won't gain any value from the when attacking effect. Moving to Espimon and Hover Espimon, both of these cards see immediate value for me in a Machinedramon or Chaosdramon deck. Espimon has no passive effects, but an inheritable that gives your Digimon plus 2000 DP while there is a tamer in play, yours or your opponent's. Making Machinedramon bigger just got easier, especially since either player can control that tamer. Since this Digimon doubles as a cyborg, it can also be trashed from Hagurumon as well. Hover Espimon has no inheritable, but an on-play when Digivolving effect that reveals the top card of your opponent's security stack. If the card is a Digimon card, gain 1 memory. Otherwise, draw 1 card. Return the revealed card face down at the top or bottom of the security stack. Honestly, again, for Machinedramon decks, I like this. Checking your opponent's top card can give you valuable knowledge, especially if it's about to be Chaos Degraded. The last effect all turns again, while there is a tamer in play, this Digimon gains blocker and cannot be deleted by your opponent's card effects. Yo, this effect is sick. Although it's a 5000 DP body, this Digimon doesn't care about cards like even Crimson Blaze. And again, since it is a cyborg, it's valuable for even a pitch in the case of Hagurumon. Black Gatomon Uver is the next security Gatomon to make an appearance. When it's checked in security, play it without paying its memory cost. On play, by returning 1 Digimon card from your opponent's trash to the bottom of the deck, draw 1. This is an interesting counter to decks that want specific cards in the trash. But that being said, the main competition would be Hunters, Belphemon, and other purple decks. But as it stands right now, it's not on my radar. And finally, the last tamer to review over, Hokuto Amanakawa. Another white tamer that costs 2. But how does it compare to cards like Analog Youth, and the most busted tamer of all, Cool Boy? Hokuto, start of your turn. If your opponent has 3 or more tamers in play, gain 1 memory. All turns, when your opponent plays a Digimon, by suspending this tamer if that Digimon is level 4 or higher, gain 1 memory. If that Digimon is level 3, you draw a card. Overall, I don't see the utility for this tamer at this time. Given the option to play a tamer to counter your opponent, who's playing a lot of tamers, I'd rather suspend it or remove it. The all turns effect also, while broad spectrum, is too situational. For example, Mastamon decks would be good to gain memory since they can cheat out cards fairly easily. But in a Greymon matchup, only if they're slamming down Agumons to search can you draw 1. No deck profiles for this segment because overall, the 1 or 2 card supports will be thoroughly discussed in their deck profiles. Be on the lookout as testing begins for some of these decks, while others sit on the back burner waiting for BT14. In general, what are your thoughts on the miscellaneous cards from RB1? And which cards do you see yourself nabbing quickly? Let me know as content returns next week with a look at RB1 and BT13 formats, the end of the trilogy of what ifs with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossover episodes, and more. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.